Richard Allen's defense pushes appeal deadline. Richard Allen, the Delphi man convicted of murdering 13-year-old Abigail Williams and 14-year-old Liberty German, also known as the Bridge Guy, is serving a 130-year sentence after a 25-day trial in late 2024. I was there. I was the only one from there. It was in the feeling of a Super Bowl-like moment of my life, because it was my community's life, our life. We were there. I was the furthest away in another country, but I was there first. A moment of my life that has forever changed me.
Well, here I am, sitting in the old van I've been staying in for the last couple months. Taking off is the scariest part. I'm terrified. I know, going up and up and up and just looking there like, holy shit. There ain't no screwing up now.
Once you're in the air, it's fucking no problem.
I know.
Planes don't crash anymore, so.
Yeah.
What they used to.
That's all I want to hear is they used to. About 10 days ago was the last one.
Kid.
Yeah. So, I'm here at the airport. What do you think? What's going on, YouTube? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or wherever the hell you're watching from. I'm Anthony Greeno. There goes Judge Goal. And I'm on my way to Delphi, Indiana. To defend my town. I'm about to get my hair cut here. Judge. I can go over that.
Oxygen. Remove any face coverings, then place the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth and secure the mask with the elastic band. Tighten by pulling on the ends. The bag will not inflate, however, oxygen.
Since his conviction, Bridge Guy's former attorneys who represented his attorneys, Baldwin and Rosie, in the Indiana Supreme Court hearing in January 2024, Richard Allen's attorneys faced off against the judge, the Honorable Frances Goal, and her attorneys.
The judge exceeded her jurisdiction and refused to accept Rick Allen's wishes.
Richard Allen's civil attorney told justices that Judge Fran Gall never should have removed defense attorneys Brad Rosie and Andrew Baldwin from the case. Those attorneys were in the front row listening to today's hearing, where an attorney for Judge Gall argued the judge acted well within her authority.
The trial court did not abuse the court's discretion.
But justices quickly jumped in with questions.
And how do we get this case back on?
And they questioned why the judge took the extraordinary step of removing the attorneys that Richard Allen wants defending him.
But where's the evidence in the record that they are constitutionally ineffective?
A judge has a very limited right to tell someone who their attorney can be.
Chief Justice Loretta Rush and other justices repeatedly questioned Judge Gall's attorneys about the impact of removing Allen's chosen defense team. And ultimately, the Chief Justice made it very clear which way she may be leaning.
He wants these attorneys. And so we're spinning and spinning and spinning on this, saying delay and this, but he wants these attorneys. There's not been these findings with regard to incompetence. There's a lot of words out there, but let him have his attorney. Get this case back. Let him have his attorneys. He wants to privately hire them. I'm really struggling with why he can't make that decision that's in his best interest and get this case moving again.
The defense team partially won, getting the corrupt duo back to cause more havoc in the case. Now back to those new old attorneys for the attorneys. Mark Lehman and Stacey Juliana. They've been scrambling to find some way to manipulate the law into freeing a child killer. Bridge guy, Richard Allen. So in theory, they have been wasting time, relying on public outrage caused by the mass spreading of misinformation put out by the media outlets like Court TV, and people like Barbara McDonald, who blames an innocent dead man, the former property owner where the bodies of Abby and Libby were found. Ronald Logan, who died in January of 2022 and was cleared from any involvement back in 2017, even though she knows Logan didn't kill the girls. Anyways, they've rallied on Barb and her child-molesting supporting anchor, Vinnie Politan, to push false narratives to hopefully influence a juror to try to free a killer. Where leaked documents and conversation indicates more truth to the situation, After I Caught Truth and Transparency host, Lana. Filming and screaming at Brad Weber before and after his court appearance, and also filming jurors' license plates, adding more evidence of juror tampering and obstruction of justice being played out.
This was Anthony Greeno. He's also a YouTuber, but he recorded Lana outside of the courthouse, and here's how that went.
As you can see, there you have it, folks. He's up.
Also, it's really windy, so hang in there.
Cars, nothing matters.
I know you know who I am. I have a question for you.
I have nothing to say to you.
Why were you filming jurors' license
I wasn't flaming jurors' license plates.
What were you doing? Are you selling it online? We can have a civil conversation.
Who is selling what online? Get your
I don't know.
camera out of my face.
I have a recording of you doing it. Can you tell us what your intention was with the jurors?
I had no intention with the jurors.
Why were you filming people's license plates in Fort Wayne?
I wasn't. Why don't you prove it?
I have your recorded video of you doing it.
Yep, and guess what? Clearly, that's not evidence of anything because they told you to piss off.
They didn't tell me to piss off.
Yeah, they did.
Actually, your parole officer said you didn't have permission to go there the first time.
Parole? I have no idea. I don't have a parole officer.
Or probation, whatever he is.
I don't have anything.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Lana, yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't even know who Lana is. Know my name, motherfucker, if you want to talk to me.
That is your name.
Know my name, motherfucker.
That is your name.
Know my name, bitch.
Well, you're in my town, so...
Yeah, it ain't your town. You couldn't even get a seat in there. That's why you...
I gave it up. That's what I thought.
Eat some more meth.
Pussy. Look at that crazy bitch. Look at that crazy bitch right there. Crazy bitch.
Did he call her a pussy?
Yeah.
And to top it off, a vehicle was stopped for following the juror van back to the hotel and filming them. The incident has caused more drama behind the scenes, keeping the attorneys, now Bridge Guy's attorneys, are busy reading Facebook posts and watching conspiracy theory videos rather than grinding through the brutal appellate process. But guess what? All that wasting time. New evidence is emerging. The problem? This isn't some slim case file. We're talking about a mountain of evidence. Transcripts, exhibits, hours of video, and messy procedural baggage that won't quit. The motion for more time. On August 28, 2025, Allen's lawyers filed their second verified motion for extension of time to file appellant's brief. Here's what they laid out for the court. A transcript overload, 22 volumes, about 5,076 pages of trial testimony, plus 15 exhibit volumes, 3,581 pages, 2 supplemental exhibit volumes, 198 media files plus 40 document files, and 13 volumes of legal memorandums. Media madness. Several hours of witness interviews, Allen's own statements, and Department of Corrections surveillance. Allen was videotaped for months while in custody, and much of it was admitted as evidence. Physical exhibits, depositions, expert reports, and autopsy records that require line-by-line review. And not only have the defense team leaked crime scene photos of 2 dead children and asked social media influencers to lie, to find someone to shift the blame onto. Client access issues. Allen was transferred from Indiana to Oklahoma. His lawyers have only managed one conversation with him and may need to travel out of state just to meet. But what about the attorney capacity? Both Lehman and Juliana are essentially solo practitioners. They even turned away new clients to focus on Allen's appeal, but still juggle other cases in state and federal courts. They argued bluntly, the matter under appeal is so complex that an adequate brief cannot reasonably be prepared. By the date the brief is due. The court's ruling. On September 2nd, 2025, the Indiana Court of Appeals granted the motion, but with a clear warning. The order states, the second extension is granted, but this is the final extension. Allen's appellant's brief is now due October 6th, 2025. No more leeway, no third chance. Why this matters? The fight over deadlines isn't just procedural. It shapes how the case gets argued on appeal. With this extension, the defense has one last shot at carefully building arguments out of thousands of pages and exhibits. The court is signaling impatience. October 6th is final. Families of Abby and Libby are forced to wait longer, yet again, for the next chapter in a case that's dragged for over 8 years. And looming in the background, a fresh ABC News docuseries capturing their killer, the girls on the high bridge. Reigniting public focus, hiding real evidence in testimony by Kathy and Ricky, praying Hannah Shakespeare could influence a justice with their fraudulent show. All while lawyers scramble under the pressure cooker. In sealed documents obtained by the Multimedia News Network and shared with True Crime Investigates, Richard Allen has said in a recorded phone call, where he requested the court to drop the appeal, citing grounds that the publicity has ruined his life. He doesn't know who to trust, and that he just wants his family to live in peace, and for this all to be over with. They're alleging the Pro Se filing should be struck from the record under Indiana code that prevents defendants represented by counsel from filing their own edicts. And with that, they will most likely lose the appeal. But Richard Allen's attorneys have bought themselves time, but only just one more time. The appellate brief will either be their masterpiece of legal strategy or a desperate last-ditch play full of lies and speculation against an ironclad conviction. Either way, October 6th, 2025, is a date that could reshape the fate of the man convicted of the down-the-hill double murders of Abby and Libby, the only suspect, known as Richard Allen, the bridge guy. In the most talked about true crime case of the century. The Delphi murders.
Well, Anthony, let me tell you this straight. From the perspective of both a defense lawyer and a judge, Richard Allen's recorded phone call is devastating to his own appeal. When a defendant, especially one convicted of murder, tells the court that he doesn't want to pursue the appeal, that he wants to stop fighting, that he simply wants peace for his family and to serve out his sentence, well, that undercuts every single argument his defense team is working to build. An appeal is not just a mechanical process. It's built on two things: the legal errors in the trial record and the client's commitment to seeking relief, If the client openly states on the record that he doesn't want to appeal, the court has to take that seriously. Judges and justices don't force appeals on defendants who don't want them. The defense can argue until they're blue in the face, but if Mr. Allen says, "I'm done," the appellate court is going to take that into consideration and deny the motion.
Murder on the moon, the mystery unfolds in the heart of darkness. The story is told. Justice for Abby, justice for Libby, uncovering the truth to find who's guilty. Justice for Abby, uncovering the truth to find who's guilty.
Guys, down the hill.
At the High Bridge in Delphi, Indiana.
And 14-year-old Liberty Libby German.
Also as Ireland requested travel to the station to help with the search party.
Last seen on the bed of
Somebody out there knows who this person is, and you want to know what we know. One day, you will.
Shadows, the truth will shine because these girls are gone. For Abby and Libby we seek the truth about what happened that day when there was murder on the Manon. Murder on the Manon. Murder on the Manon. Murder on the Manon. Manon, Manon, Manon. Murder on the Manon. Justice for Abby, uncovering the truth to find who's guilty. Justice for Abby, justice for Libby.
My name is Anthony Greeno, and I'm from Delphi, Indiana, and I run a YouTube channel called True Crime Investigates.
What have I missed? What am I not seeing?
It's the only 24/7 true crime broadcast network. Plus free episodes online, true crime podcasts, news and more, all in one place.
I love this part.
It's one destination for your fascination. Justice Network becomes the True Crime Network.